The very common problems, if I want to share, are, definitely overthinking, a confused karma, unable to take decisions in life, unable to channelize emotion, that unable to channelize right emotion in right situation. Log emotion ko channelize to kar pa rahe hain, very easy, but people are unable to channelize the right emotion in right circumstances, with right people, in right condition, in right program, with right program. So here comes the challenge. Then in the list is, the moreover, the students, they are unable to decide what kind of career pathway they want to choose, if how they need to work on their memory, how they need to work on their lifestyle, on their addictions.
Hello everyone, I'm Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur and author of the book Pep Hack Mastering the Art of Selling. I welcome you to read my story where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs and more. Today I have with me Master Nilopher. She is a cognitive behavior therapist, certified diabetic educator, mind productivity coach and energy psychologist with a unique journey that led her from engineering to becoming a prominent mind productivity coach and a self-healing expert. She is also the host of insightful podcast Akaashic Gyaan. As a corporate trainer, she has made a significant impact by helping over 300 individuals, including parents, students, and professionals, overcoming lifestyle disease, stress, anxiety, and depression. Her work focuses on instilling faith in one's inner potential during the journey of healing, personal growth, and achieving success. She has collaborated with renowned educational institutions and corporations like NTPC, NLC, CSPGCL, BALCO, among others. In addition to her various roles, she serves as a founder and CEO of School for Life and manages a self-education program called Invisible Engineering, where she imparts profound knowledge about the scientific and spiritual connections between the mind and the body. Today she will be discussing with us about her life journey. So let us hear from her. Welcome Nilopher, the platform is open and now over to you.
Thank you, Jitendra. Thank you for having me and for such a nice, orientation and introduction. Thank you so much. Yes. So tell me, I'm super excited for this. And, having the conversation on a forum like this, it always helps us, the people like us, to to convey the message what all things we are doing on related to mindset, related to the inner well-being of the people, related to spirituality, because it's a very hot wave these days after COVID. And I must say it's a hot wave, yet people are very confused, because we have a lot of things on social media these days. Every single thing is there in form of information, data, knowledge, but the wisdom is missing, but the actual implementation part is missing. And there, I feel I can connect myself and School for Life in making the student, professionals, parents understand, okay, your inner well-being is so very important when it comes to your outer world, materialistic world, productivity, your success, your growth, and the kind of a blueprint you are into, related to your career also, related to your profession also. Every single thing, whatever as a human being we are thinking right now for ourselves, it requires lot of inner engineering, like like Sadhguru say, it's an inner engineering always. When you engineer yourself inside, then only you will be enough capable to engineer everything outside. So that's the dimensions where we are working.
Correct.
With the people. Yeah.
Rightly said. So with this note, let's begin. So first thing I'd like to know from you is how did your past life has affected the person you wanted to be in your life and what you are? So moreover related to our childhood dreams, what we want to be in our life from there to now.
Jitendra, frankly speaking, in my childhood, my father is an engineer, and I belong to a service class family, no business, nothing. Okay. And my father always wanted me to be an engineer by profession. and by qualification from my childhood. But whenever people ask me what you want to do, it was always automatic, kind of a key, I want to go ahead and do some business. मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, in my childhood I was not even aware of this particular word called business, कि ये होता क्या है, ये किस तरीके से होता है, but I was just fascinated with this word, business. So I always use this, yeah, I want to be a businesswoman, I want to be a businesswoman. And you know what, frankly speaking, Jitendra, with due course of time, when I have understood life in a deeper ground, in a very mature way, more practical way, and when I have been into thicks and thins of my own life, then I understood that what kind of a business it is which I want to be into. I want to be into a business of people and empowerment, enhancing the human capabilities. And why we can call it as a business also, because in this particular, in this world these days, as it's a Kalka Yug, to have some sort of commitment, to have some sort of discipline, to make somebody come into a discipline also, we need to have that, that energy exchange. The energy exchange can be of time, the energy exchange can be of money, the energy exchange can be of wisdom, can be of kind of a knowledge, but there has to be some energy exchange, because this is very important. Why I call it as a business, as a holistic business, because the skin should be there in the game. It's very important to understand this. Now in this Kalka Yug, when we are into Kalika Yug, many things we are facing related to epidemic, diseases, related to financial losses, related to not having much of the opportunity in the materialistic world, though there are a lot of opportunity, but from these eyes, इन आंखों को, जिनको मैं एक materialistic आंखें बोलती हूँ, जो ज्यादा developed है, right, in comparison to the development of this side, जिसको हम आज्ञा चक्र बोलते हैं, या जिसको हम spiritual conditioning बोलते हैं, या programming बोलते हैं, ये कम developed है, और ये materialistic eye बहुत ज्यादा developed है. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, तो लोग जो देख रहे हैं उसी चीज के पीछे भाग रहे हैं. So it's very, very, very important that people must understand that their skin is in the game. So right from the childhood, Jitendra, I have been a child who has seen life and death situations in my life. For me, myself also, for my parents also. My dad is there, my mom is no more now. By qualification, I am a BTech holder. Yet after my engineering, I was more interested in human beings than in comparison to the machines and all those things, power plant and all those things. So I have worked with the corporates initially, and then when I understood that this is not my sweet spot. My sweet spot is is with the people out there, talking to them, having a lot of conversation with the parent, with the student, with the professionals. So at that point of time, I explored myself becoming a corporate trainer. Now when I became the corporate trainer, I got an opportunity to travel a lot. I got an opportunity to interact with a lot of professionals, and at that point of time, Jiten, I got the understanding कि एक इंसानी दिमाग कहाँ फंसा हुआ है. Though we have everything in our life, अगर हम देखें, so we are, everybody of us, we are the blessed being, because we are into this AI yug, artificial intelligence, such a technologically boom yug we are right now, right? But the only thing which we need to understand is, now we need to reform and recreate ourselves, because we are unable to look forward in a right discipline, in a right way, how our lifestyles has to be, how our mindsets has to be, how we need to behave with our loved ones, how how we need to continue our relationship also, and how we need to go ahead when we talk about success, growth, and financial stabilities also. So being a human being, when I have been training a lot of professionals, I came to know that people are missing all these. They know the words, but they are missing the alignment, the true alignment, the true divine alignment, the true universal alignment of being the higher virtues me. When we can build something inside, then it's very easy for us to build everything outside. This formula is missing in people's life, majority of the people. So when with due course of time, when I have discovered that I want to go ahead with School for Life and I want to work for my own organization, then I have formulated the courses, the life courses, the life training modules, where now I am into a process of realigning people's brain with the power of faith, with the power of self-education, majorly because awareness is the first step, Jitin. That's what I feel. Awareness is the first step. Why? Because as far as my own life and childhood experience is considered, I have seen many of time. My father was an NTPC employee. I have always been into a very very good kind of a lifestyle where एक बच्चा जिस चीज पे हाथ रखता है उसे वो सब कुछ चीजें मिलती हैं. Right? I have been a blessed baby. Being into a hardcore Muslim family also, my father has raised me up. My parents have raised me up in a way कि नहीं बेटा, you have to stand for yourself. It's very important for you to be educated. It's very important for you to be self-sustained in your life, working on something really beautiful and purposeful which you like to do in your life, because the woman in Indian society is a foundation of every foundation of house, family, society, and then she's a foundation of the country also. Because when woman in action, she comes in action in the society, in the world, then she has the power to reform, recreate many lives with compassion, with love, with giving herself on this path. So this were the learnings which I got from my parents. I did my engineering. Then when I just found out कि नहीं यार, I don't want to work with this machines and power plants and all those things, then I did my certified diabetes educator course. Then I did my courses on cognitive behavior therapist. Then I educated myself with by following a lot of books, lot of monks, sadhus, and lot of MBBS doctors. I'm a big scientific geek actually. I can understand because I'm from a technical engineering background. I feel कि सारी चीजें मुझे scientifically and technically समझ में आती हैं. और technically जब हमें चीजें समझ में आती हैं तो spirituality और energy और inner well-being जैसे subject को भी हम लोगों को एक unseen को seen की तरह दिखाते हुए समझा सकते हैं, which is so very important now, because something which a human mind cannot see, he cannot actually work on all those things. But हाँ, जो चीजें हमें दिखती हैं उन चीजों पे काम करना आसान होता है क्योंकि वो चीजें हमको दिखती हैं मतलब हमारी 4 eyes से, that is these eyes also and that is this eye also. जब इन दोनों की दोनों आंखों से हमको चीजें दिखती है ना, then उनका क्रिएशन हमारी लाइफ के अंदर बहुत इजी हो जाता है और मैग्निफिसेंट हो जाता है. And here with all these knowledge, with due course of time, I have created School for Life. Then I have created invisible engineering courses where I help people to come into abhyasa, that is implementation of all these knowledge. And the first step is of course the kind of awareness you are holding. This is so very important towards life, because life is a big perception. आप जैसे देखते हैं आप वैसे बनते हैं, आप वैसे अग्रसर होते हैं और वैसे ही चीजें आपकी जिंदगी में आती हैं. And then comes a growth. I should not tell it is a success, but it's a step by step धीरे धीरे growth towards the destination.
Amazing, really nice thought. And actually if we implement all these things in a step by step manner, it can create impact. So now moving on to the another one, like what are the things you are passionate about in your life and what is the role of motivation and inspiration onto it further?
Jitendra, for me motivation, I feel it's just air bubble. It comes and it goes. So there are lot of things and lot of sources we are having on digital space these days which can motivate us. But people need to understand that motivation is something which is very instantaneous. It's not everlasting. And motivated person जरूरी नहीं है कि वो implementations में आ पाए. And majority of the people, because I'm with students, I'm with professionals, I'm working with parents. So I have seen in my own life कि motivation ज़्यादा काम नहीं करता है इंसान की जिंदगी में ज़्यादा देर. हाँ, लोग motivated होते हैं, भूल जाते हैं. But yes, your inner self inspiration inspiration to do something in your life, to achieve something. And a self-inspiration and an inner inspiration, it can give you a lifetime, I must say a lifelong orgasm. The inspiration can give you. So I feel that motivation or inspiration may say, inspiration is very important. Now, when I talk about inspiration, it's very important. You should be always self-inspired. You are taking the energy from different sources, from different, sources on digital media, from different people, can be people around you. But at the same time, it is very important for a person to understand कि inspiration आप बाहर से उस energy को लीजिए, उस energy को अंदर process कीजिए और फिर उसको process करके 10x speed के में उसको दौड़ाइए. And here comes the implementation. So,
Right.
For me, inspiration and self-inspiration is so very valuable. And yes, the other thing which you have, told me कि ये कितना important है, ये बहुत important है जितेन. अगर आपको अपनी life को एक purposeful track में डालना है, so you need to be a person जो हर एक चीज से inspire हो, whether it is living thing or it is a non-living thing, whether it is food, it is tree, it is pet, it is any kind of a, things you are holding, because what and how you take care of the things, people and energy take care of you. So with this energy of inspiration, it is very important for you to have that compassionate relationship with every single living and non-living thing around you.
Right. So next one, if I ask you like about your work and experiences, most of the thing you have already shared, but I want to know about your career and corporate, how it started, what all you did, and now what you are doing currently.
Okay, so basically I have started my career with an engineer. Okay, I'm a EEE BTech holder. So I worked in a lot of industries and corporates, and from there I got a very clear agenda towards my own career self that okay fine, मैं कुछ भी करूँगी, but I'm not going to work with the machines. I was very clear with that experience of mine. I have worked in the initial days when we were the freshers. I have worked in a lot of VPOs also, where yes, I got the opportunity to develop my communication, my interaction with the people. I started understanding कि लोगों की एनर्जी कहाँ फॉल होती है, पर्सनालिटी किस तरीके से डेवलप होनी चाहिए और किस तरीके से कम्युनिकेशन इज द वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग विच एवरी सिंगल इंडिविजुअल इन अ यूथ इन द कंट्री हैज टू डेवलप. सो दिस वाज माय एकदम स्टार्टिंग का एक्सपीरियंस. एंड देन when I came into this profession of people, what I call is developing the human capital, then started with the corporate, started with the professional training them on different modules, and every single module of mine has a basic platform of understanding your mind, your emotion and your spirit as a whole. So you are a holistic being, and we need to learn to operate in the world as a holistic being. So this was the second thing which I have figured out as a career, and I loved it because I right from my childhood I have been a real batuna bacha. I love to talk, and with due course of time, I don't know कब ये बात करने का जो एक बात करने से जो मोहब्बत थी वो कब पैशन में कन्वर्ट हो गई मुझे पता नहीं चला, और फिर कब वो मेरे कैरियर में बदल गई ये भी मुझे पता नहीं चला. बट whatever I did, I loved it. And then Jitin, after my training career, I laid down the foundation of School for Life, and then I designed my own trainings by understanding so many different things practically in my life, out of my experiences with my parents in the hospital. कि जब एक इंसान हॉस्पिटलाइज हो जाता है तो वो कितना डिपेंडेंट हो जाता है, एक इंसानी जीवन कितना जरूरी है, because when the life is gone, it is gone. We don't have any second chances. Though I believe in the theory of incarnation, I believe in karmas very much. I'm a blind follower of that, कि आपके कर्मा ही आपकी जिंदगी में चीजों को लेके आते हैं. And whatever you have chosen in your this life to do, it is not what you have chosen only in this life. You were doing this in your past kitna sara life, because that is why it is there in your gene genome, that is your genes, your RNA and DNA, whatever you are. It's just in your 30s, in your 20s, in your 50s, you have figured it out. You can find this thing I want to do. This is my passion. This is my purpose. So, with due course of time, by understanding every single beautiful, ancient wisdom, scientifically, spiritually things, I formulated School for Life, Abhyasa, Invisible Engineering courses. And right now I'm working with, 3 different companies. That is one, I'm having my own education institute for children, that is Edu Masters, where from class 1 to 12, CBSE students used to come. We used to impart them proper academic skill development education, as well as I personally provide them the training related to mind, body, soul, lifestyle, because that is the very important thing every single child has to learn now, apart from the academic skill, where parents are emphasizing more on reading, writing, going ahead with the books and taking the certificate, taking the knowledge on paper, right? So it's very important for the youth now, because age is just a number. What I feel, age is just a number. Now a 13-year-old kid can do what a person had did in 50 years, because so much advanced and global we are now. So in our academy, we used to help our students to understand the academics, no doubt, and then we used to make them understand how important your lifestyle, your emotional health, your physical health, your fitness, and your workouts, your food, your eating habits are so very important. So we used to give them those kind of a training. Then the second line of business, the second company which I hold is Biz Diva, where I'm working on technical aspects. That is, we are providing the coaches and the trainers and so many other, business beholders, website, services, as well as managing their Instagram accounts, making them understand how you can grow via social media, giving them consultations in relation to digital, upcoming digital technologies, also how to use, artificial intelligence and chat GPTs, what are the versions, how you can ease down with whatever you're doing using the technology. So this is all about Biz Diva. Then the third company which I hold is, and this is something where I put my soul and heart, and this is School for Life, where I'm working with, professionals, students and parents, to make them understand that something you are missing in your life. If you are not going to understand who you are as a soul, who you are as an energy, who you are as a powerful entity, and you are not a sufferer. The suffering, the challenges are coming in your life to make you learn something. Right. To bring you out of your, cocoon. To make you the person you have to be in your future. So don't see your challenges as your challenge, as your suffering, as your bimari, as your disease. Because whatever the Ishwar is giving you, the God is giving you, it's for a reason. Nothing is waste. Neither the suffering is waste, Jitendra. Neither the wisdom we are carrying right now inside us is a waste. Neither any of the thing, bullshit, nonsense activities even we did now, those activities out of immaturity also, they were not the waste, because they were laying down the foundation of growth. They were laying down the foundation of your success. They were laying down the foundation of your purpose-oriented life. They were laying down the foundation of making you understand the unseen, so that you can build the magnificent scene in this world. So this is what I'm doing out of my 3 companies right now. And the third thing which I'm really interested, which these days I've from couple of months I'm doing this, is establishing a sales team with the youngsters, with the college going student, teaching them how to communicate well professionally. Because what I have seen in my coaching career also, and when I was working with my Biz Diva with lot of coaches and trainers, I have seen that people are, people needs good telecallers. People, the business, the growth of the business, it is moreover, I guess, I feel it 60-65% it is on the people who are promoting and showcasing our business in front of the market.
Correct.
So, people needs that full team, full fleet of callers now, good callers in India, right? So I'm trying right now, I'm training some 16, 18 college going kids to go ahead with professional communication, कि आप कैसे brand को समझें, आप कैसे समझें कि उनकी requirement कैसी है, and then how you need to pitch in your own creative ways, because communication has to be true. It is like, communication is not ki what you speak, blah, 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 blah. It's what you communicate. It's what you make, it's what you are having inside your brain, your mind, and what you are capable of making other people understand. This is the right way of interacting and communication, which people are missing in the market. And that is why we are, moreover, as far as my experience considered, we are not getting good people, good fleet of working people, especially in India.
Correct.
We need to be dependent on, other people. Like many of my telecallers were coming from international backgrounds. They are helping me to go ahead with the calls and all those things. But when I have started doing this, training the college going people, the students, then I myself felt कि ये load थोड़ा कम हुआ है. So I'm training students ताकि ये लोग, training has two agenda for me. First, कि when they will be good in communication, definitely they would be able to express themselves during interviews also, during their own, career and professional journey. The second thing is that whenever they will be going ahead with marketing, because marketing is a big sector now. Whenever, and it's a easy cracking nut now. Every single youth first comes into marketing and then they used to come ahead with any other kind of a job in their career, So it's very important that when they are into marketing and when they are well equipped and trained with the communication, definitely they can go for a long way with their marketing career also, with
Right.
their communicative career also. So that's thing which I'm doing these days.
Correct. So if I ask you in a brief, like what is your vision, mission and goal in life for next 5 years to 10 years time frame?
Okay, so next 5 to 10 years, I don't know. I know about now, but yes, for next 3 years, I'm having a vision. Actually, I'm on a mission, I'm a woman in action who is having a mission to develop a super powerful human capital, working on the mindset of youths and the mindset of professional and parents. Why every professional is a parent and every parent is connected to a youth mind.
Correct.
So this is a kind of a well connected jigsaw or a loop where I'm working on, so that we can have a well established, empowered human capital, strong enough with their emotions, so that they should understand where they have to lead themselves in their career, where they want to go ahead with the relationship, where they want to go ahead creating something compassionate, purposeful in the world also, because we are the creators. It's so beautiful. The divine has given us all the power to create whatever we want to create in our life, and we are limitless. But this world, this society has groomed us in a way that we feel we are limited. मैं यही कर सकती हूँ, मैं यही कर सकता हूँ, मुझे इतना ही आता है, मैं इससे ज्यादा नहीं जा सकता. So my mission and vision is to establish that super nuclear power human capital across the world, especially for India.
Amazing. So what are your most important life lessons you have learned in personal and professional journey so far? Any 2 things or 3 things you would like to highlight?
There are a lot of lessons which I have learned from my professional life, my personal life, with my thicks and thins of life. But yes, kuch 2-3, because you want me to go ahead with that. I must tell, in the list, number 1 is everything is happening for a greater good. In a single day, I used to use this affirmation with a very conscious thought that whatever is happening in my life, either it is good, bad, struggle, difficult, super difficult, it is happening for the greater good and for the greater cause. The second thing which I always take on with me is सब कुछ बिगड़ा हुआ हमको इन आंखों से नजर आता है, उसने कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ा है, सब संवारने के लिए बनाया, चाहे गलत दिया चाहे सही दिया, सब कुछ संवारने के लिए दिया हुआ है। तो आई एम अ बिग बिग ब्लाइंड बिलीवर ऑफ दिस थिंग कि गॉड, जिस गॉड के बारे में हम बातें भी करते हैं और जिसको मानते भी हैं हम, उस गॉड ने हमको सफरिंग नहीं दी, उन्होंने हमको इस दुनिया में भेजा ही है और विद ऑल द प्रिविलेजेस, विद ऑल द गुड थिंग्स इन लाइफ, एंड इट हैज टू कम टू अस, it has to come to us, but there is a journey, there is a path which we have to travel, there are the different choices we need to pick and then to move and then to pick and then to move. So while choosing, we must need to take care of this thing कि you need to have the intuitive choices in your life. Like for me, Jitendra, I'm not very much a kind of a calculative and a logical person. No, I'm not. I'm very intuitive. I'm very spontaneous kind of a person. If you will give me 2 bags, okay, fine, Nilopher, which color you want to choose? I'm not going to think much. Within a second, I will be choosing this. Okay, fine. Is it yellow and red? I want to pick yellow. So I'm very intuitive. You are going to give me 3 to 4 numbers. Very intuitively, I will be picking 11 number. I'm not going to give it a thought. So I'm very intuitive, and you know what? This gut feeling of mine, with due course of time, I have understood this. Being into this woman body, my soul has understood the power of using sixth sense. Because it is a very generic thought that we women are blessed with this sixth sense. So I have learned to use that power, and I have learned to use this power as well as I am a intuitive picker. And everyone has to be like this, because your intuitions has a big power. They will move you. They have the power to move you on the path. जो कम लोग ट्रैवल करते हैं, द रोड लेस टेकन लेस ट्रैवल, बट जब आप उस रोड पे अपने इंट्यूशंस के साथ ट्रैवल करते हैं ना, तो आप सिर्फ सीखते हैं और आप फिर वापस पलटते नहीं और आप फिर कभी नहीं हारेंगे, क्योंकि those intuitions which you are using is direct communication with the universe, of the universe.
Correct.
And you are connected to that universe.
Right.
So these are some of the chota learning I can list up. The most
amazing. So that's really wonderful. Now coming back to the topic. So how do cognitive behavior therapy and energy psychology contribute to personal growth and overall well-being? Could you share some real life success stories or examples?
See, Jitin, being a cognitive behavior therapist and understanding the thick and thin and every single bit of your mind, no doubt your life is your mind. The way your mind, your life is going to reflect in a similar way and fashion. So it's very important to understand your mind, how it is functioning in the materialistic world and how it is functioning for you yourself, because you are into a continuous self-talk with your mind, inside your mind. So becoming a cognitive behavior therapist, understanding the mind, it helped me a lot personally, and it helped every single person out there whom I have been into connection, I have been into conversation, I have been into training. Yes, being an energy psychologist, I must say, when I started to understand the energy, after understanding the functioning of your mind, the nature of the mind, how it functions in various different situations, either it is difficult, either it is a happy going situation, either it is a struggle or in anger, anxiety, depression. I have been in my life in that space, Jitin, where I was into depression, chronic depression, and that was the time I feel I was into suicidal tendencies also. So when now I help the professionals, the students, the parents, then I always connect myself with my zone when I was there, and then it gives me a better understanding to understand the subject, the client, or the people in front of me. And what, practically, if I can impose an example, I have lot of case studies, but let me give you one thing. I have one, I'm not going to take the name out of privacy, but one of my client, she was into a lot of overthinking and anxiety, and she was into a energy of fear. She was having a good family, good kid, good husband, everything is so well settled for her, but then also she was into a fearful situation. situation. Now, why the fear was engulfing her? Because she never gave herself an opportunity to come in front and to do the things what she liked to do, what she always wanted to do. So she was always into a compromising, living a compromising kind of a lifestyle, sometime for the husband, sometime for the children, sometime for the family. The way the Indian society is, the way we women are inside the Indian society, always into that state and mindset of compromising. When she came into, my training, my 2 consultations with her, and she gave me the testimony, the feedback that Nilopher, I don't know what is happening to me, but my fear and my stress and my anxiety has been reduced to 70%. Now I feel I can understand my mind. I can see my mind like a second person. And this is, Jitendra, very important. What I do in my training is I help the person to see their mind, themselves, like a second person, like a third party, so that you can be detached from your situation. You can be detached from your emotion out there, and then you can have a better understanding towards your situation. Because, we can only help them. Where is the teacher sitting? The teacher and the guide is sitting inside only. Once we will be detaching ourselves from that particular situation, then our own wisdom out of some kind of a guidance which I'm providing towards, out of some kind of a awareness level, your own guru, your own wisdom, your own vivek is going to help you out to bring yourself out of the things. So, in this way, when you understand how your mind is functioning in different situations, and my way to bring people out of the situation and my technique to go ahead helping people is only communication, bringing them into practice, abhyasa, into action. The moment you are in action, you will understand what all things you are doing, what all nonsense you're doing out of your life. You will understand that. You will understand क्या गफलत चल रही है अंदर और उससे क्या कनेक्ट हो रहा है बाहर, और फिर बाहर बन क्या रहा है, what you are creating. So this woman is creating out of nowhere. This woman is creating misery in her life, though she is having a good life. She was not into a good dream state also. So the moment she started to understand her own emotion, her own functioning of mind, it was helpful for her. Let me give you one more example. One of my clients, she was a coach, and she is a very successful coach, like in tarot and all. And apart from this thing that she is having a successful coaching career, she came in front of me. She told, Nilopher, सबके लिए होता है, खुद के लिए नहीं होता. मैं सबको जिता सकती हूँ, मैं खुद को नहीं जिता पाती. मैं खुद के इमोशंस को उस तरीके से चैनलाइज नहीं कर पा रही जो मैं अपने लिए चाहती हूँ, जो मैं दूसरों को सिखा रही हूँ, वो मैं खुद के लिए इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. आई एम स्टक्ड समवेयर इन माय लाइफ एंड आई एम नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि वो कौन सी जगह है जहाँ मेरा हैंड ब्रेक लगा भी हुआ है, मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. आई एम वेरी गुड विद माय क्लाइंट Nilopher, but I'm not good with me myself. So here she needs to understand that sometimes when we are doing something for other, life is teaching ourselves a lesson. We are not good in something for ourselves sometimes, but when we are good in something, in that particular thing in which we are not good, जिसमें हम खुद अच्छे नहीं हैं लेकिन किसी और को अच्छा बना रहे हैं, तो जिंदगी हमको मौका दे रही है उस चीज को बेटर करने के. So here comes the mindset कि whatever I'm doing, I need to appreciate that, and in spite of watching all those karmas action of mind with confusion कि यार मैं खुद के लिए तो नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, सामने के वाले के लिए रिजल्ट आ रहा है, but still I'm into a state of confusion and doubt. This is a kind of a self-doubt, right? So here, when you will understand the nature of your own mind, कि mind will has the power to operate with super clarity. Super clarity. आप जितना clarity के साथ जिंदगी में move करना चाहते हैं, उतनी ही clarity आपको अपने mind को देनी पड़ेगी. और clarity मतलब आपके doubts के साथ भी आपको clarity होनी चाहिए, आपकी strength के साथ भी आपको clarity होनी चाहिए, आपकी weaknesses के साथ भी आपको clarity होनी चाहिए, आपके failures के साथ भी होना चाहिए, तभी success के साथ भी clarity होगी. You can move ahead. You know what, Jitin, out of my experience, I must say, especially with the females, we females, we are into so many different things, in our life, family, business, profession, climb, personal development, then our own fitness and health and everything. We are into so many things. Sometimes we are a very good decision makers. But you know what, when you will give us a simple thing कि इस रूम में जाएं या इस रूम में जाएं, we will be easily confused and entangled there. This is who we are, you know. So here comes when, you know, here comes the clarity, the power of clarity. आप जितना माइंड को समझेंगे उतना ज्यादा आपके हर एक एक्शन, every bit of the action उतना ही क्लियर होगा. That is picking up the water bottle, choosing up your day fruit, choosing up your nutrition, going for a yoga class, doing a 10 minutes meditation or a squat or a workout or gymming time. Every single bit of the thing, the more you will be understanding the cognitive function of your mind, the more you will be having the clarity with every bit of your life action. Here I feel कि cognitive behaviors अपने खुद के समझना इतना important है, अपनी एनर्जीज को समझना इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है. बिकॉज समटाइम यू नो वी आर सो वेरी कंफ्यूज्ड, वी आर सो इजीली कंफ्यूज्ड, एंड वी वुमेन्स ड्यूरिंग आवर बायो साइकिल्स वी आर हैविंग अ रोलर कोस्टर ऑफ इमोशंस इनसाइड अस. हमको ना कभी कुछ अच्छा लगता है, वी हैव लॉट ऑफ मूड स्विंग्स, वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वी वांट, वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वी वांट टू ईट आल्सो, व्हाट वी वांट टू ड्रिंक आल्सो, एंड वी आर द रोलर कोस्टर ऑफ कंफ्यूजन मशीन. सो यू नो हियर कम्स द एनर्जी व्हेन you are into your bio cycle. And for the males, when you are into your hard times, your difficult times, no problem, yaar. Just take a chill pill. Give your mind that clarity that it is okay sometimes to be into a downfall of your life. It's okay when your body is not working. It's absolutely fine that some decisions are not working. It's absolutely fine that a relationship is not working. What we need to do is just take a chill pill, take a step back, sit quietly, make your mind clear with the suffering, with the problem. Okay, fine, accept it, and then create your blueprint ahead so that you can bounce back with much more power, nuclear power.
Correct. Rightly said. Since you've been working with numerous schools, universities, colleges, corporations, and helping individuals overcome lifestyle disease, stress, anxiety, and depression. So what are some common challenges people face, and what strategies have you found most effective in addressing these issues?
See, the common problems which now people are, facing. And let me tell you, Jiten, this is people, when I call it people, then the subject can be, and majority of the time the subjects are a 13-year-old kid also.
Okay.
The stress, anxiety, lifestyle problems, the diseases. The subject can be a 7 years old kid also. So that much kind of a mental illness challenge we are facing now across the world globally and also in India. So the very common problems, if I want to share here in the forum, are definitely overthinking, a confused karma, unable to take decisions in life, unable to channelize emotion, unable to channelize right emotion in right situation. Log emotion ko channelize to kar pa rahe hain, very easy, but people are unable to channelize the right emotion in right circumstances, with right people, in right condition, in right program, with right program. So here comes the challenge. Then in the list is, the moreover the students, they are unable to decide what kind of career pathway they want to choose, if how they need to work on their memory, how they need to work on their lifestyle, on their addictions. Now in India, if 71% of the minds are the addicted minds. People don't know why they are doing. They have a realization this is not serving them. Still they are using and producing that kind of action because they are unable to win over their addictions. They are unable to break them. They have been unable to bounce back. So these are some of the challenges with the youth, the common challenges. With the working professional, no doubt the challenge is of their lifestyle and their productivity, the kind of a food they should take and eat, the kind of a diet they should design for themselves, because they are very busy. Now a professional is doing multiple tasks. They're working in one single organization, but then he or she is doing the freelancing work also, but then he is doing some kind of a podcasting also, but then he or she is a YouTube influencer also. So now people are into multitasking. and multi-professional, dimensions. So it's very hard for people to pick and choose the right kind of a diet, right kind of a food, right kind of a lifestyle, which can give them that kind of a burst of energy so that they can talk continuously with that kind of energy for 7-10 hours in a day. For me, Jitendra, I used to talk for sometimes it's like the schedule is like 10 to 12 hours continuously. I'm taking training, consultation, and I used to talk with the same pitch, with the same energy, without eating anything also, just with the water. So we need to understand. Now people need to understand, when the common problem is lifestyle and productivity, then people need to understand how they need to design their own diet by understanding the ancient wisdom and the nutritional value the food is holding, and how the food can only be your medicine. It does not require any kind of a medicine, surgery and diagnosis. It does not need it, because your food can be your medicine if you can understand how you need to fast. In YouTube now, it's a warm wave of intermittent fasting. People are doing it also, but they don't know how to do it correctly. They don't know what to do in intermittent fasting, whether what kind of a food they need to take, or even not to take food, then what kind of a schedule they are going to have. Because when you are doing the fasting also, it is very important, Jiten, that you need to understand what is your professional background, what time commitments you are having, what kind of a circadian rhythm you are having, and what kind of a cultural background you are coming from. So in case of intermittent fasting also, if you want to have a diet, then normally what professionals are facing is they used to go to some of the other nutritionists and एक लंबा चार्ट मिलता है, उसमें सुबह 8 बजे ये खाना है, शाम को 7 बजे ये खाना है, दोपहर को 12 बजे ये खाना है, ये खाना है, ये खाना है, ये खाना. बंदा बहुत enthusiastically उसको पिक करता है, एक वीक करता है, and उसके बाद back to pavilion. It's very hard to go ahead with that kind of a routine, क्योंकि जो बंदा he is into a hardcore non-vegetarian diet, he is eating in the morning, he is eating 11 o'clock, he is eating 1 o'clock, then he is eating 2 p.m, then 4 p.m, then 6 p.m, then 8 p.m, then 12 p.m. तो इतना ज्यादा ईटिंग, ओवर ईटिंग जो बंदा कर रहा है, उसको आप इमीडिएटली एक डाइट चार्ट दे देते हैं, बोलते हैं नाउ यू हैव टू फॉलो दिस. Practically not possible. So what I do in my training, I used to put people into abhyasa. I'm woman in action, and I love people come in action. So I give them the action. I influence them through one-to-one consultations. I influence them through group consultations, and then I used to put them in abhyasa, where I myself take the live classes, where I used to bring them into meditation, into workouts, into lymphatic discharge techniques, into chakra healing meditations, and then I used to talk about their food, I used to talk about their lifestyle, and I used to give them a weekly time. Okay, fine, for 7 days do this, for 3 days do this. If it works for you, then it's good. Go ahead. If it's not work for you, then Jiten, there are millions of things which we can do out of our good lifestyle. Now there is millions of things, people don't know it. So there is always a right fit match. And you know what? When it comes to lifestyle, it's very important that one must go ahead with a easy fit lifestyle, which should promote health, which should promote productivity, which should promote energy, positive energy, and a clarity of mindset and a positive mindset also. So these are some, practical problems which, people come across when it comes to anxiety, depression, panic attacks. Majority of my patients are diabetic, thyroid patient. The patients I'm helping is they're suffering from body pain, headaches, migraine, and this is so very common. Body pain is so bapre. It is happening like in a home. अगर 4 लोग हैं तो 3 लोगों को body pain है, including the kid also. 16 years old kid also facing मम्मा पैरों में दर्द, कमर में दर्द, सर में दर्द, body में दर्द. So body pain. So why body pain is happening? Your bodies are not getting detoxifying. You're not cleansing your body. You're overloading your body with the pesticides, with the food, and then with the thinking also, with the thoughts also. That's the point. So when you are clear with your food, with your lifestyle, with your energy, with your thinking pattern, When you will implement it, after having the awareness, it's going to give you 200% result the way it is giving to my client.
Right. Amazing. So these are small things which we ignore, but if we start taking care of these things, that can literally help us to be better in terms of health, and whatever we do, that will create a positive impact on overall perspective, like our mind, body, and soul. Amazing thing. So
obviously, and one thing I really want to share this thing, because it's a public forum, and people are obsessed nowadays with this probiotic, this terminology, the gut health, right? So they need to understand that in our gut, naturally we are having billions and trillions of microbiomes. Naturally we are having, right? So one single morning when you wake up, the last night you have seen one of the video on probiotic, and the video is giving you a message that probiotics are so important for your health and your energy and your productivity, and suddenly you want to pick one probiotic from the market and you want to have it, right? So in this situation, I want to provide the message to every single person who is watching this video that before picking and choosing the probiotics, also you need to understand from where your problems are coming, what kind of a health issues you are into, what kind of a professional kind of a bindings and commitments you are into, what kind of a stress level you are into, because suddenly taking something artificial kind of a probiotic inside your gut, you are basically disturbing all those well settled trillion and billions of microbiome, and this kind of a volcanic burst is not going to take you anywhere towards health but towards the misguided health. So before picking and choosing and using the probiotics and the prebiotics also, because it's so much commercialized now in the market, we are getting lot of products in the market, people are consuming them, though they are not getting that kind of 100% benefit out of using those products. So in case of your gut health, you must understand this. The simple way to fix your probiotics very naturally is coming into fasting. Very naturally. You don't have to use any kind of a product out there coming in the market. Just come into fasting. Fast at least once a week. Try to do that. Start with the liquid fasting and then with the water fasting. And you will be ending up with fixing all your gut health and microbiome and that kind of environment internally. And this is so very important.
Right. So your approach involves instilling faith in inner self and journey towards healing and success. So could you share some share and brief on importance of the spiritual and scientific connection between mind and body?
Definitely, it is so very well connected, Jiten. Your mind, your body, your soul, your energy. We are a integrated chip basically, and we are the integrated device. Right now, in Western medical system, for kidney we have a specialist. For pancreas we have a diabetologist. For heart we have a cardiologist. For brain we have a neurologist. So for every different organs we have some or the other expert, right? But we need to understand here that we are an integrated, holistic, well-connected device on being, right? So when we understand this thing, this knowledge, this wisdom, when we acquire this wisdom, I am not only a body, but on the first step I am a mental body. On the second step I am an energy body. On the third step I am a physical body, and then supremely I am a spiritual body. When we understand this, then operating in this materialistic world, it becomes very easy for me after understanding that I am an integrated body. Because when I understand I am an integrated system, then I am having a different perception. If you are going to hurt my emotion, I'm not going to watch only my emotion. I'm going to watch my emotion, I'm going to watch my personality, I'm going to watch my immediate response, I'm going to watch my thoughts, and then I'm going to watch what is the power of my soul. And out of watching all these 4 to 5 dimensions, I will decide how I'm going to respond now. And this calculation, this observation is going to delay my response time. And when we delay our response time, we become a more captivated, more capable human being, more powerful human being.
Right.
So, mind, body, soul is supremely integrated and interconnected. This is one thing. The other thing I must tell you, Jitendra, is with due course of time, let me tell you that I'm a big blind believer of faith, this word. Let me give you the difference between the faith and the belief. There is a difference, which out of my experience I understood in my own life. When you say, okay, I want to do a business of electric vehicle because now the fuel is going to get consumed, it's going to extend, and we are going to left out with nothing as far as coal and petrol and diesel and all these things are concerned, right? So I want to invest on electric vehicles now as far as business is concerned. So because electric vehicle business has been successful somewhere, somebody is doing it, that is why I'm believing it. I'm having justified proof of this thing, so I believe it. So this is a belief. What is the faith? The faith is, this is not in the world, this is not in this world, this does not exist, but
Correct.
still I'm having that capability, that courage, that wisdom, that I can walk and I can create. This is the faith. This is that faith which I talk about in Invisible Engineering. Because when you have faith, Jitendra, in your life, when you operate with the power of faith, that no matter whatever is coming in front of me, it is good, it is bad, it is worst, God is backing me. That energy is backing me 24/7 nanoseconds, every nanosecond. I have been backed up with that energy. Then you know what? There is no turning back. In your hardest time also, you will be enough capable to take the rightest decision. And if you took some wrong decisions also, I don't know how, but it happened to me. You are going to land up into some right situation only, not into a wrong situation. So this is the power of faith. So, faith is something which is unseen, but you need to understand. See, Jitendra, I personally feel that, since our childhood, our parents has taught, and this is not at all, to do anything with any kind of a religion practices I'm talking about. No, every religion is a good religion. Every practice is super powerful. Every ritual is super powerful. It's very respectful. But then, I need to understand, I need to make people understand this, that when you wake up and you wear those chappals, which are kept beside your bed also, it's a ritual. When you drink water with the same red color water bottle also, it's a ritual. When you smoke 3 times a day, it's a ritual. So what is a ritual? Ritual is a habit, and habit has a foundation. Belief comes afterward, faith comes first.
Correct.
So we need to understand that, instead of do everything whatever you want, like prayer, going ahead with the puja, with the agarbatti, with the namaz, with reading all the holy books, do it. But don't do it materialistically and mechanically. This is
Correct.
my message. Don't do it mechanically. You should carry that faith 24/7, that whatever and whoever is your God, it is there 24/7. That energy is there in your life, around you, working for you. Either it is bad, it is good, it is difficult. Because you know what? When people are into difficult situations, they say, "Hey Bhagwan, kya kiya tumne? Why it is happening to me? Why me, Bhagwan? मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों किया?" So these are not the words you can use towards your Bhagwan, your God. जिसको आप 24/7 आप पूछ रहे हैं, आप मान रहे हैं. You should have that utter belief that Ishvara is there with you 24/7, and when it is giving you a challenge, he wants you to be the best cricketer, the best batsman. He wants you to play your best trial and the best match, and that is why. इसलिए तो सबकी जिंदगी में challenges एक जैसे नहीं होते हैं. सबके challenges से suffering अलग होती है, क्योंकि what you can do, I cannot do. What I can do, you cannot do. You deserve something else, and I deserve something else, and that Ishvara, that God, has a different purpose for different people, and that is why he's given different challenges.
Correct.
So every single challenges, you need to encounter the challenge like a bull, with the faith, with the energy. Like, okay, fine, this is the problem, no problem. And I'm not having the money, no problem. मैं पैसों के साथ क्या क्या कर सकता था, और मैं पैसों के बिना क्या क्या कर सकता हूँ, चलो मुझे वो सोचना चाहिए.
Right.
तो मुझे सोचना चाहिए. So this is one of the example of faith, कि faith, जब आप faith से आगे बढ़ेंगे, आपके लिए हर प्रॉब्लम छोटी होगी, क्योंकि आपका विश्वास अडिग होगा, और विश्वास सब कुछ है, सब कुछ. Your faith is everything. My faith is everything on that universe.
Rightly said. So now we are rushing for the another 2 questions about you, like in a brief note. So what is your take on success? What do you feel about it in a short?
Success for me is a journey. It is not a destination. For sure. Whatever I'm choosing in my life today, it's on a daily basis. It's actually, bringing me and leading me onto the path, onto the destiny, which I feel is a growth-oriented path and which I feel has a success essence. So success is the essence. It's a khushbu. It can never be a goal. It can never be a destiny.
Amazing.
For me, it is like that.
Nice. Any message or advice you would like to share with our viewers and listeners?
For sure, for all the viewers watching this video, this telecast, I must tell you this: कि life has to be wonderful. You have got just one life. Apart from that, theory of incarnation, अगला जन्म, पिछला जन्म, वो सब अभी छोड़ दो. ये एक जिंदगी हमको मिली है, and in this one life, your health, your mental health and your physical health is your highest priority. Because when you are blessed with your health, blessed with this super powerful, nuclear energy, then you can do whatever you want to do in your life, and impossible is not going to be impossible for you, because every impossible is going to be possible for you then.
Amazing. So it was really an amazing insight, amazing thing you have shared today. So your journey, things you are doing, what you have in thoughts, and what practice you are doing, like how you are helping people understanding their purpose, understanding them about their problems, identifying solutions. So that is really amazing, and you are doing really wonderful on that part. I really enjoyed the conversation and looking forward to hear more from you again soon. Thank you so very much for your time, energy, and the perseverance you have. Thank you so very much, Nilopher. It was wonderful having you here.
Thank you so much, Jiten. I'm so grateful that I'm there in your forum, and you gave me the opportunity to talk on all these important stuff which are really very significant for the society, for the people. And you know what, Jiten, I must tell you, you are doing wonders. Whatever you are doing out of all these sessions and interviews, you are actually behaving like a catalyst to the society to take that first step towards the righteous thing by cultivating awareness on different aspects, different dimensions of life. Either it is business, it is personal life, it is health, it is finance. So you are doing a wonderful job out here. All the best to you, and God bless you, dear.
Thank you so very much. I will also share your social media link along with the interview so that people can be in touch with you, take your help and guidance. So guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you so very much everyone for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you and bye-bye.